in effect, it is the secret of observation is to make learning visible if possible. And how do you do that? There are so many ways. There is not one specific way. It's very difficult for a teacher who is alone in a classroom, although it is possible if that teacher, by making that observation, also takes some notes and return to these notes when she is able, has more time. But ideally would be to have other teachers who can share, okay? So this question, that this observation, that the structure, sharing with another teacher or putting some notes in writing really opens up a research. It might stop there about saying, oh, probably making some assumption. This child is particularly, has a particular affection for this other child. Or there was in the room that morning some particular material that had facilitated this relationship. So that would be an observation including the space. Or there could be the fact that the teacher had posed some questions or offered something. So she's by reflecting about how did this happen? Is it because I had given all the children such objects? Or so we see everything from one very simple observation, if the teacher can go on with it, becomes a researcher. Or even more complex, she could try to share it with another teacher, and the two of them would say, you know what, I think it is because we have organized the space of the room for the meeting in such a way that the children are really physically more aware of each other. I'm just inventing, okay? Mm-hmm. But it is really the everyday life in the school is an occasion for researching. And especially if teachers, for example, want to focus on materials and to see how materials change the behavior of children, and they take note of that or take mental note and change or reinforce the same material, or realize that something has been completely exhausted and there is need of something new. But it is really very interesting for a teacher to say, oh, look, I noticed this kind of material that we could try. So it is a research. But it is the spirit of thinking the children have potential to invent and create, and that they have the desire to really to look for more or to discover.
They're curious.
In fact, it's difficult to stop them, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you are absolutely right about Carlina is such a reflective thinker that, and she really has this thing about really to be a teacher is to be a researcher for life, which is beautiful.